Hi, everyone, and welcome to a surprise weekend read. We're going to go around the board, around the world, Aries to Pisces. I'm using my go-to, my Gilded Tarot Royale. However, I also bought these cards. Just got them. I love them. They're simple. This is called the Supra deck, okay? And I like the simplicity of this deck. These will not be used in reverse. They will just be an accent, if you will, to the actual read of the 3 cards that I'm going to pull. This applies to all signs from Aries to Pisces. 3 cards, and then we'll pull 1 to accent the read, okay? All right, let's go. Aries. Wow. Aries. Look at this. So, someone walked away with some massive hurt feelings, being guarded. Aries, it's either you or it's someone else that we need to have a conversation, or we're going to have a conversation, right? Someone either cut someone out of their life and they don't know how to regain their strength again. Someone has been given their freedom because some truth has been or had been uncovered. This already happened, right? You could have been, when this happened, Aries, you could have been really taken back by what was said, but maybe by what was written. I feel this was a conversation or a fight. I feel a fight ensued, right? And the fight caused someone to leave because they wanted to keep their peace. However, they've left, but what lingers, so be mindful of this, that this isn't you. What lingers is back issues, knee issues, hip pain, spinal, anything spinal, knees, hip, ankles, shoulders, neck. Okay? If any of those things happen, you're still like it's weighing you down still. So we need to make sure that in order to gain your freedom, not only in your body, but the truth of what has embodied this person from walking away, maybe a conversation needs to be had, right? It looks like something happened like, I don't know, 10 weeks ago, 10 days ago for some. So we're either going to have a conversation or someone's going to write to you about it. I don't foresee the forgiveness, but let's see what the overall message here for Aries is. Aries. Okay, Aries. Animus, the id. This is the someone saw very clearly in the mirror themselves. It's either you or perhaps a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Someone saw themselves very clearly. She's almost not looking. Look at this. She doesn't want to see it. She's not willing to see herself in the eyes of someone that she has hurt. She, he, right? Doesn't matter, but I'm saying masculine and feminine. This is a beautiful depiction of a construction of masculine and feminine united. So this could be you. You're this warrior who went and had to express how they felt to someone else and said, listen, it's not just me here, it's you too. So you saw yourself in another person's rage, anger, misrepresentation, shielded. sacrificed. Someone may have sacrificed a long time to be with you, and you them. So we're either going to have this conversation to figure out how to merge the masculine with the feminine, or this is an internal conversation. Okay. Taurus. Taurus. Pomegranates. I just heard pomegranates. I saw pomegranates, but I also heard pomegranates. And I immediately felt so financially independent. This Leo, Aries, Sag, you could be an Aries, Taurus right here, cusper. If that's not, you know, you probably have Aries somewhere in your chart that lends itself to that name. So, are you paying out things that you don't need? That was the first thought. Are you paying for things you don't need? And they're intricate displays of vases, and maybe you're paying for a dog or an animal or animals. You have a spirit totem animal here as the hawk of the Holy Spirit, right? So we've made money. Some of you maybe built a beautiful exterior, golden, elaborate with detail, you know, gazebo. Maybe you're building a gazebo. You did use money to build a gazebo. You're building or finding things to antique. Maybe you are antiquing, or you go to antique stores that you buy very intricate, detailed valuables. Even to the display of not only clothes, cloaks, and or drapes. I love that. Some of you are gardeners, you're gardening, or you're putting a lot of work in your garden. I also, I see candlesticks. I see intricate candlesticks for your dining room table or your fireplace mantle. This is interesting. There's someone who's showing you, okay, this could be an antique dealer. I got this guy as an antique dealer. Be mindful, Taurus. Just a real quick warning, Taurus. What you purchase from an antique dealer is what they're saying true? Are they selling what they're owning up to? Be mindful of that. Make sure you're not getting like, oh, this is a 300-year-old vase, right? And it's not. Do your research. Sorry, that was outside. Learn the trade. If you're learning antiquing, learn the trade, Taurus. Okay? Don't just buy stuff at face value. All right, Taurus. The oracle. The oracle. That which you know is the oracle, right? Use your innate intuition for what it is that you're buying, what you're selling, what you treasure most in your life. There are some there are some ways out of explosive situations for others that is causing you friction with regard to your finances. So if you are dealing with an external Aries, Leo, Sag, you're having friction with them due to financial loss and or gain. Someone is winning the battle and or losing the battle. It could be financial, or it's just like one thing after another. Okay? Okay, Gemini. Gemini. Celebration. The sun, right? The sun is coming out for you to celebrate with family, friends. You're getting word about something that you've been waiting to hear from, in terms of you're reading something that it makes you happy. You've been waiting on a message and you're receiving that message. And you're happy about this message, whatever message it is from Spirit. The sun rises and the sun sets. What you've been manifesting, what you've been doing, what you have been creating, what you have been writing, speaking, saying, because you're Mercury. Mercury is your ruling planet, is what I mean. That has orchestrated a new beginning for you when it comes to leveling up the playing field. No doubt. Some of you are celebrating over the weekend, drinking, you read something, you've signed something, you are being seen and heard. Maybe it's for what you do. It could be cooking. It could be not just cooking. Like cooking is the metaphor, right? It's like what you're cooking or what you've been cooking is clearly now time for celebration within this month, 8, right? And it's going to make you really happy. So hard work pays off, clearly. You're leveling up the playing field. So you've expanded your horizons in terms of what you're doing and whom is hearing you, seeing you, and where you're headed. You probably, for many Geminis, you don't realize that the world literally is your oyster right now. It's okay. And if you are co-creating right now, understand that this creation, you are going places. Not for your ego, but for your soul. Not ego, soul. Gemini. Oracle. I'm going to take this card as this is your message. This is your oracle in terms of rising up from all of the pettiness that you've had to go through in order to get where you're at today, right now. You see this is a road. You have traveled that road to get past and over that, let's say, the darkness and into the light. Some of you, it's even a location change. Let me get Gemini. One more card for Gemini. Sageness, exactly. Some of you need to sage your homes, your area, your even your cards if you're readers. I feel that this is growth after going through so much hardship. The hardships of the the darkness, you know, like doors closing, opportunities not coming, things like that. All of the no's that people said and or showed you, they just said, no, we're not interested. No, we're not interested. They kept closing on you. And now suddenly the sun comes out, right? The darkness and the light, right? The dark hole, the black hole. And then what happens? We see the light. They see you. Some people did not see you for who you are, what you value, and what you are going to be doing is going to grow. And don't stop there. It's going to grow exponentially. Okay? These cards are awesome. Okay. They're very slippery. Okay. Great. That's great. Great, great, great. Okay. You know, honestly, you cannot give up, right? You just can't. I mean, okay, let's go. Cancers. 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 The end of a fight. Cancers, you had this like verbal fight or an attack. I'm hearing an attack upon your integrity. What? I don't think so. So people had to walk away out of your life to say, I'm done. You said I'm done, for sure. You're not even looking at this person. You're giving them the side eye, right? This could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Someone said, I'm done. I'm out of here. I feel, Cancers, that you had inner emotional turbulence with this person, like really hitting below the belt. Saying things they don't mean. And you know, we can't take words back, but in the heat of the argument, someone was set free. Someone walked, someone left. Horses, eagles, lions, and bulls. Your spirit guide watched over you during this. All of these spirit totem animals watched you go through this turmoil. It could have been with like 5 people or a group of 5 people. Someone may have said something that they said, I really have to tell you this, and I'm out. You're not going to like it. Okay. You know that this card reminds me of the 5 of Swords. Cancer reminds me right now of they didn't want to tell you, but they had to in order to free themselves. It was something they didn't want to tell you. Maybe they didn't want to admit that they messed up, something happened. You know, I fucked up, but I got to let you know that I did, or I said something out of line, or I told someone something that you confided in me, and now it's like, oh shit. Manifestation. So the only way to manifest, right, Cancers, the only way someone could manifest their freedom was to get to the core of the situation in order to be free. Someone manifested something in order to be free through their words, the gospel of their truth. And you want to think that what they said or what was said is like dust in the wind. I'm hearing that song, Dust in the Wind. They're saying don't take it to heart. Okay, Leo. Leo. I mean, easier said than done. Leo. Leo. So, as we grow up in life, we learn the value of the dollar, right? From a father figure, perhaps. We learn, for some Leos, the traditional value of hard work pays off is what you learned, right? For those watching, that was a father figure that had instilled this upon you. You know, hard work pays off, time is money, all of those cliches ended up to be something that you've always thought to be true. The question is, do you still? For others, it's bargain hunting. Someone's going to like swap meets, trying to get a bargain, trying to get more for your money. Some of you are reestablishing those values and saying, you know what? If I work smarter, not necessarily harder, maybe that cliche would make a difference. A new job that might pay less, but you will become the CEO, COO, CFO. For others, you may get an offer to be on the board of a company. Are you going to take it? Spirit says just wait for a minute, take a pause, and really look at the prospectus of the company that you're interested in investing in. Leo. Okay, we're not going to take 3. We're going to take 1. They're slippery suckers. Silence. There's a lot to be said, isn't there, Leo? For a Leo to be silent, right? Once a Leo almost looks like, right? It's Egyptian, obviously, but a lion who became silent. Because when one becomes silent, right here, when one becomes silent, it's a sign that they know. So if you're looking for answers, you already know the answer. Be silent and listen. Be silent and know. Virgo. Ask Spirit, Leo, by the way, if you're questioning anything having to do with investments and or opportunities of being on a board, getting a new job, things of that nature. Because I just saw your strength card. Okay, Virgo. A lover that you were involved with for maybe 8 to 10 years is gone. Okay, Virgo. You're still trying to feel your way through by ignoring the pain and just focusing in on your work. Someone could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here, right? Someone backstabbed you or someone told you that, okay, someone like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius found out some information through research that there was a third party involved, a lover. It's not for all, please understand that. Maybe a past relationship of pain is still haunting you. You're researching someone's, like what they're doing now. Maybe you're looking through social media. Maybe you're questioning their whereabouts. Maybe you found out some information, or you found them on social media and you're like, wow, I can't believe this person is with so-and-so or is doing this and that in their work. You found something out that implies someone is with an ex that you know of, and or implies that you're not over them yet, or they're not over you yet. You've been researching, trying to find this person, and you're like, oh gosh, I knew they were going to end up together, kind of feel. Like, it's like, I don't know, maybe it's an old friend. Some are together with their bosses and you kind of knew it was going to happen, kind of thing. You went through a lot with this person, actually. 8 to 10 years. This was a soulmate relationship, meaning we had karma to clear. And once that clearing happened, which is right here, once that clearing happened and you've seen the light of a new day, are you able to let it go? Because you're at the 10. That doesn't mean that you're going to, let's say, forgive them and or forget them. It just means you're being reminded of them. They still look good, by the way. You're looking at them like, damn, they look good. And that even hurts a little more, doesn't it? Right? When we see an ex with someone else looking really great, Someone likes gold, wears gold. Some of you are literally saying to yourself, I knew they were going to end up with that person. All right, Virgo. Self. Right? Why? Why does it say the self? Because the self has been inflicted with the pain that it still holds from the karmic cycles that continually remind you of yourself. If any of you are in that self-inflicted pain, please, research that if you haven't heard of that, right? Sometimes we don't even know that things that we do to our bodies, all right, like scabs we scratch, or we just itch, right? And or Even to the point where we have, you know, bugs biting us. Those are annoyances of the kinds that come with past life stuff, and that's why it was there. It's not going to apply to all, but for sure there are reasons for why we do what we do without even thinking, right? Half the time when we go like this, we don't know what that means. You know, maybe you're looking into that now, or maybe you should, as a recommendation. Okay. Libra. I had to take a break. I'm like, Libra. Oh my gosh, Libra. This is like Libra. Don't worry when you're curious or you're needing to ask a question about something in your life, or you have a choice between one way or the other. You've got to go with your heart. You've got to go with your gut. Your intuition is on point. There's no reason to ask. If you are asking Spirit right here, okay, ask Spirit. Because I'm telling you, Libra, the things that we question in life are the innate answers that we have and lie within us. Some of you are on your spiritual journey, no doubt, no doubts. No doubts. There are no doubts, and I've said this before if you followed me long enough, there are no doubts in heaven. We do not question, right? It's in the Bible. We are not here to question why, we're here to do and die. The energy is strong right now for Librans. Knowing instead of questioning. Knowing where you're headed. Knowing what you're doing. Knowing what path you're on. Intuitively getting downloads, etc. Be still and know. Your freedom lies within. Some of you are getting very serious in our bonding relationships, and you already knew this was going to happen. It doesn't come as any shock, surprise, and or question. There are no questions with this union that is very sacred. This could be a father on the other side, a grandfather watching over you as the daughter. Father-daughter connect. Some of you didn't realize. Some of you just realized your own selves. Does that make sense? Don't question. Right, Libras? No question. No question. We have 2 cards. Psyche and conflict. Well, how appropriate is that? Here we have the conflict of questions. Questions just add, and I'm taking it because it applies, okay? Questions just add more conflict. One question lends itself to another, and so on and so on. When we have our psyche, our innate abilities, which we were given at birth, you are now realizing what it is that makes you, you. You are learning about yourselves. I love it. And why we question, why do people say Libras can never make a decision? That's why. That's exactly why. And if you want to know why, still hit me up in the comments section. Okay, Scorpio. Scorps. Okay, we're going to take one more card on that one. Scorps. Oh, I love this. I love this. Hold on, I'm not ready. Scorpio. That's exactly what's happening here. Hold on, I'm not ready. And then, oh yeah, you're ready. For sure you're ready. Spirit is saying, hold on, I'm not ready. Exactly what happened right here. Hold on, you're not ready yet. And then Spirit says, okay, it's time. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to make someone very happy. Someone's coming in to make you very happy. And I'm not talking about anything other than whatever is being communicated to you. Someone is coming to you, but this is for you, Scorpio. Someone, you and or someone else that you're going to be committing in your belief systems about commitment, about marriage, sacred union, giving something another chance at love. Someone's coming in to tell you, or you are going to tell them. Or it's mutual. This is a mutual expression of sacred love. The freedom to finally speak your truth. The freedom to go the distance. And I'm not saying it has to be marriage. I'm just saying this confession is something that one has been waiting to tell you, and or vice versa. Confession of love of the highest order. For some of you, right, you're dealing with someone very different from you. So you're learning what is it that, like when you say something, let's just say you're dealing with an air sign, Scorpio. You're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius who comes in and says, well, this is the way I see it. And you're like, well, this is the way that I see it. And now you have a union of love and blessings from above. When it comes to how you communicate, how the word is written, the word of beliefs, the belief systems, the call that is here is about understanding someone else's position, learning about how they perceive things, and vice versa. Scorpio. Wow, look at this. 2 triangles that become one. So 2 that become one from as above, so below. Okay, so let's fly. Let's make this kite fly because I now understand how you feel and you understand how I feel. So now the world is your oyster. As above, so below. I see the way I see the way you feel and you see the way I feel, and now we're coming together, even though the way we see things, the way we perceive things, the way we speak things, the way we communicate, the way we even write to one another, text messages, are totally different than anything you've ever experienced, because we're not the same, but we are. And yeah, we needed what? We needed all these cards for that message, no doubt. Okay. Scorpio, beautiful read. Okay, Saggies. Saggies. Saggies, I'm taking these. Spirit said yes. And we have the sun. Saggies, we have the sun and the moon. Wow. Okay. You're looking for answers, Saggies. You're looking for answers. Answers that already have been given to you. You're asking questions that you already know the answers to. But you still need to ask the questions. For some reason, in this read, unlike Libra, Saggies, you need to ask questions. You need to find out what it is that's going on in the masculine and the feminine. This is the masculine asking the questions and the feminine answering. But the masculine, the sun, is portrayed as a woman, and the feminine is portrayed as a man. Does that make sense? So this could go for Saggy, sun, moon. So it's taking every ounce of strength for you to ask deep questions about the universal laws of manifestation. Some of you are inquiring about or reading, writing, or inquiring about the laws of manifestation and how to go about doing it. Some of you are being helped, Saggies, by a Leo who already knows innately also. You have that power as well. Do you use that power to speak, to write, to research? Because Leos already know. Leos say, you know what? I'm going to manifest this new job, and this is how it's going to go down. I ask, and I receive. Leos say, I know, and Spirit will show me the way. So understand the laws of manifestation. The universal laws of manifestation are right here before you. What is it that, perhaps your question is, what is it next? What is the next step for me to do? Where am I headed? Some of you are manifesting quickly, without even knowing, without even asking. Some of you are innately just going for it. There are those that seek the truth of how one goes about manifesting, and then there are those who need to be tamed so their ego does not get in the way of manifestation. Do you know the difference? Sag. Gentleness. Your feminine side, my beautiful Saggies, will show you the way. For some of you, a bird, this is the bird, you see? This is a little like sparrow, right? And then you have the eagle, right? So some of you are getting word from your spirit totem animals being whatever bird that is, be it an eagle or whatever, maybe a bluebird or a sparrow. If you don't know, look up the spirit meaning of the eagle and or any bird that you see.